Hi guys, welcome back to another Sorare Rewards opening video. I know it's been a little while since I last posted, um, but today we've got a good one to post. The last few weeks with international breaks and either side of that, I don't think I've had anything that's been amazing, so it's kind of like not really been great to do a video on. But so this weekend just gone, our rewards have come through, and we did have an amazing weekend. So we go through the rest of the lineups first. So in the special with the defender, lots of DMPs. They were the afterthought lineups more than anything else. The only one I hoped would do okay was the Ulsan guys because they had the Champions League or Asian Champions League game. So I knew they were getting rested from the first game, which was the league game, but I expected them to play in the second game. But Kim Ki-hee didn't play game two, which was a bit unfortunate because we would have got a box if he had have played, but it is what it is. And then as we come down to the Premier League, we're very fortunate to keep our Div 1 spot because Guardiola had a shocker of a game, and I captained him, which made it worse. The Tottenham guys, the one I done with Pickford, because although I'm a Tottenham fan, I did not fancy Tottenham against City in the slightest. So I tried to put like the better players that could still score okay with Pickford, and then the worst players with Vicario, which in a way it didn't work out because if I'd have had Vicario instead of Pickford, it might have been slightly better. But we still got 15th, which wasn't too bad. We still got like $40. But we're only like 60 points off of first. So maybe I could have done a little bit better in places, but it's quite difficult to because I didn't captain. If I'd have captained Madison, and maybe I could have done better with like Vicario over. But it is what it is. Still a very good performance. Promoted, which is the important thing. So now we'll have two teams in Div 1 for next weekend, and an extra $40 is always nice. A couple of boxes. The classics, we've got promotion in this one again with the Tottenham guys. But to be honest, I've been doing so badly with the classics. I can't remember the last time I won a card reward with Classic Premier League. So I think I'm going to have a real rethink of like what cards I even put in Classic Premier League. Maybe they're just better off elsewhere. But we'll decide on that as the weeks go on. On to the Bundesliga. First team, it's quite unfortunate not to get promoted, really. We were 20 points off getting promoted. I don't think we had a bad lineup, but it's just one of them Bundesliga weeks where everyone scores quite well. Second team got promoted, a little bit of cash. Again, I don't know that we could have done much better in. We've got Kane and Kim both scored 100 or close to 100. Schlotterbeck and Coble both done well. Elise like still got 60, but like no decisive, which is a little unfortunate. Because we're only like 25 points away from winning, which would have been $200, which would have been nice, but is what it is. Our team three, the DMP for Garassi, which was a bit of a shame really, but even with a good score from Garassi, we probably still don't get much more than a box, so it's not the end of the world. Again, classic Bundesliga was just the afterthought team really. Like I put Neuer in this one because there was, I'm in an R in whether or not he was going to be fit or not, so it was just easier to just leave him out and put him in with the odds and ends, should I say. Into champion, a champion rare classic, didn't do a lot really. Didn't have great hopes for it in general anyway. With Bissouma and Johnson playing against City, and both my main defenders that I would put in here were both out injured, so like again wasn't really expecting a lot. Annoyingly, we lost the D1 in season with Gvardiol having a terrible game. Haaland, Lo Celso come on, didn't come on till about the 70th minute, so Like, it was kind of one of those. It's frustrating to only be 11 points off safety because I picked the wrong captain, but people have had poor performances in general. Which is a shame because it's a pain to get into Division 1 a lot of the time. So it might take a few weeks to get the Division 1 back. But we have got another Division 1 lineup, so hopefully we can still keep doing how we're doing. Again, not much elsewhere, but this is where it gets good in our Challenger. In season Div 1, and we did win it. Now, it's an interesting one because the Bruges guys got a 7-0 win. So I knew I was going to be challenging from that first game. And I was waiting for the Ricky Pugi's game. I watched it live, and after 30 seconds, he got an assist that I thought might get robbed off him. In that, Peck got onto the end of his ball, kind of cut back on the defender, and it bobbled against the defender. And I was like, "Oh, Opta, please don't do me like that." So I knew I was in a solid position all game from that point onwards. But there was late part in the game, like 80 plus minutes onwards. Peck got a penalty. Went down, won a penalty, and he was on a hat trick. So he kind of argued with Jovalic, who I'm pretty sure Jovalic is normally the penalty taker, but he argued with Jovalic, and Jovalic let him take the penalty. Well, Peck missed the penalty, which then stopped him from getting 100. And obviously, had Jovalic have taken it, Jovalic could have potentially got more points. Well, second place had Jovalic, and third place had Peck. So had Jovalic have scored it, Jovalic would have. So this guy would have gone above me. This guy would have gone above me. So I would have ended up in third. So ironically, I was sitting there like willing Peck to miss it, but like I'd got Peck in a different lineup, so it was kind of like a. This one was the most important one, so I was like, well, I'll just have to hope. But yeah, so it was amazing to win Div 1 for the $1,500, which is extremely nice, and that's paid for the rare in-season guys that I bought. So more than chuffed with that. Bruges has done me really well this season. Like I won a decent reward, I think it was like 600 or 700 earlier on in the season in the Belgian League Special. But I'm pretty sure that was the limited guys that won like really big that week, but can't really remember. Let's say scroll down into the in-season ones. So yeah, so these were the other two lineups. So that was very similar lineup, but I had Skov instead of Vanaken because I kind of tried to spread the two lineups to get two good lineups rather than maybe should have prioritised one lineup, but no, in general, two solid performances there as well, and that's another 36 plus a couple of good boxes. As we seem to do quite well in Challenger in season. As we come down, we relegated by 2 points, which is kind of annoying. Like Besiktas, I'm sure they were 2-1 up in that game and then lost 4-2, which is kind of frustrating, but it is what it is. Classic, again, not really doing a lot with them. Nothing special. Come down into contender. We got relegated because Tavernier didn't play, which was kind of, well, not more than kind of, it was extremely frustrating. To lose a Div 1 because of a DMP is always annoying, but it's even more annoying when you captained him. And then our other D1 lineup, the late Screamer for Hearts, kind of cost us a little bit really because Schmeichel missed out on his clean sheet, and Carter Vickers would have got a clean sheet, so would have got bumped up a bit more. Don't know how much more, but would have been nice. It'd have probably been up here into the top 20 maybe. So maybe another $20 cost there by conceding the goal. Um, and we also got a tier 3 reward for our classic. I picked up in the last couple of weeks. I picked up like Carter Vickers, Berardi. I'm trying to think who else I picked up. I picked up a couple of guys that with like classic in mind. Of they're just the solid scorers. So where I'd got a D1 classic lineup, it felt like a waste not to be trying to get something with it. Um, but unfortunately, Marvin didn't really do a lot. Scored a 33, 30 or 36 in a 3-2 win. Didn't get a decisive. Had he got a decisive, it would have been a bit better. Bump up, would have probably been looking at a tier 1-ish. But we got a tier 3. And I'd say probably a higher end tier 3. But it's a tier 3 contender, so none of the contender cards are that great. But hopefully we do get something that we can use maybe. But yeah, other than that, down into U23, had what was a promising lineup, didn't really deliver with Haaland. Not really doing a lot. Lamans didn't keep his clean sheet against Dender. So again, another lineup of what could have been but wasn't. Bit of a waste. But overall, nothing great. But our main important one was, I say, as our Challenger D1 was our winner. So we will go and collect our reward. Show you what did we? So we got like 1600 and something. About 1610 probably in cash. In dollars, 14 boxes. Then we've got, say, 1, 2, 3, 5-star boxes. So that's kind of nice. And our tier 3 card. So let's go over and open these. So let's get all our cash out of the way. And then we'll get over to the tier 3 afterwards. I'm still, so that's our D1 reward, which is nice. Nearly £1,200. That will certainly help. As with the reward boxes, I'm still just saving them up until Sorare say different. I'm still hoping to do, like I said earlier, or in previous videos, of save them up for the start of next season. Hopefully we can continue to do that. You never know. But whenever we are forced to open them, I'll do like one big rewards opening or whatever, and hopefully get something good with them. But you're right. So let's get on to the tier 3. Again, I'm not expecting a lot, but just something that plays preferably non-Korean, non-J League. In that something that's got some utility still between now and the end of the season would be nice. It's a Mexican defender from Atlas, Jose Lozano. Don't know that I know him, but I don't like the fact it's an old style card. I don't know how much utility the Mexicans have got left, but it doesn't seem like a lot. So let's take a quick look at this. Jose Lozano. DMP his last 3 games. But he did appear to be playing prior to that, maybe as a sub. No, he has been playing 90 minutes. He's just terrible AA. Yeah, unless he gets a goal, don't know. Doesn't appear that great to me. Has he even got any fixtures left between now and the end of the season? They've still got a few game weeks. No, they haven't. Their fixtures are finished. He's no upcoming fixtures, so we've got an in-season card that's no longer got any fixtures. That's lovely. So yeah, probably going to sell that one if I'm honest. Can't imagine that he's going to be of too much use to me, and if he's got no more fixtures until the start of next season for him, like, it's kind of pointless, I guess. But yeah, so that was the rewards. So we're up to 148 boxes that we're continuing to mount up. Give you a quick look at our Champions League games for this midweek again. Hoping Bruges do something against Celtic. Annoyingly, we lost the goalkeeper roulette for Leverkusen. Um, but with Gyökeres not getting as decisive, like I don't know that I would have been getting much in it anyway, even though we got 161 to 100 from Grimaldo with captain bonus. It's like with these, it tends to be like you need like everyone to score well. Um, this lineup, Gvardiol captain, another goal conceded with City choking a 3-0 lead. So again, nothing special on those. Like Kane Musiala, not quite. I mean, Musiala done well, got like a 64. Um, had a big chance missed, which is a bit of a shame. But again, I don't think Kane had anything. It like, yeah, he didn't have a shot all game. He hasn't done terrible considering, um, but yeah, it was obviously a tough game against PSG. But again, with this lineup, realistically, I'm not expecting to be getting maybe a box. Like you need 4 or 5 of them to smash. Um, the specialist, this lineup's got a better chance. Like Xhaka was just one of the standard 50-point cards, so with him scoring a 75, he's in front. Kobel was the guy that was like the under 50 for me. Well, Kobel against Zagreb should be reasonable, I would have thought, but I don't know. There's a lineup that could do something. This one, unfortunately, De Bruyne came on late and then he had like 20 minutes. Didn't do a lot. Lost AA, which is a shame because we had Haaland in that lineup and Haaland got smashed. So if De Bruyne had have had a better game, then yeah, it would have been nice. But in the classics, so that's Julian Alvarez, really good score. Kim as captain, really good score. Neuer kept a clean sheet, really good score. Unfortunately, I went with Elise, expecting Elise to start. He didn't start, and he got 20 minutes. In these 20 minutes, he managed a shot and an attempted assist, but wasn't enough. And he got himself booked in at 20 minutes. Wasn't enough to actually get himself too much more. But it's a shame because, like, I imagine Donny van de Beek should probably have a reasonable game against Sturm Graz, but again, like now, you might sneak a low end, but you just need too many good scoring performances in the Champions League weeks, I feel. This lineup again, Foden 56 just isn't going to be enough. This one could do well, depending on how Celtic get on against Bruges. In that Saka and Olmo have done well, but I don't really rate Celtic's chances against Bruges. I think Bruges will score a couple of goals. Like I know Celtic are good at Parkhead, but still, like I don't know. I like Bruges and I like the way Bruges play. They're leaky defence, but they're really good going forward. And I don't know. Celtic, I think, will struggle to keep a clean sheet, but they're the guys I had, so you got to put them in. Conference League stuff, I don't really, I don't really hold out too much hopes, if I'm honest. In that, I don't rate Tottenham's chances against Roma. We know Vicario. Defence is all a bit open at the minute, and the heavily rotated team. Yeah, I don't know. Don't hold out great hopes. And again, Besiktas has been in such bad form that like they've got a good matchup, so that's why I put them in there. But don't know. And then Conference Classic. Again, it was just kind of the cards that were left, really. Down into All Star, and I don't know that. Again, I don't particularly love any of the lineups. Like this one was annoying with again Gvardiol, but Elba's not done too great, which is a shame because for Borgia to get a hat trick and then it'd be wasted is kind of annoying. But yeah, then we're just down to the training lineups. So yeah, so that is the rewards from last week and how we're looking this week. So that is fantastic. hopefully I will be able to get some more consistent videos out to you soon. Um, but say with the run up to Christmas and stuff, I don't know how much spare time I've got to make the videos. But I might try and do some different style of videos soon because I'm struggling for ideas outside of like rewards videos. So I might do some like some more scouting type videos and lineup type videos soon. But again, it just depends on what free time I have got. But yeah, so that is going to wrap up this video, and hopefully I can get you some new content out soon. But we have to see how it goes. But thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.